What is it like living in a house again after I've lived in an RV for a month? It's boring. Well, here's some things I noticed. For one thing, it takes about 30 days to form a new habit, right? Supposedly. So immediately I noticed that I tried flushing the toilet with my foot. Another thing that I definitely noticed is my awareness of how much water and electricity I'm using. When you're living in an RV, especially if you're boondocking, you try to conserve as much water and electricity as possible because if your battery gets low, you have to run your generator. Our water tank, we have a 70-gallon water tank, and between the six of us, we go through that in about a couple days. And then, of course, by then, our gray tank and black tanks need to be dumped. They're about 40 gallons each. So, yeah, a couple days is what we've got. Something I've noticed is that you have to be much more intentional when you're in a camper. For example, doing the laundry. When I'm at home and I just have washers and dryers that I can use anytime, it takes me a whole day to do a load of laundry because I think, oh, I better do some laundry, so I put it in the washer in the morning. Then maybe in the afternoon I think, oh yeah, I was doing laundry, so I put it in the dryer. And then usually right before bedtime I remember, oh wait, I was doing laundry, and I get it out. But then I'm too tired, so I don't even put it away until the next day sometime. Sometime I still haven't put it away. Like takes like 2 days to do laundry. One load. Um, but when we lived in the RV and I was using the laundromat, it took me 1 hour. Like, okay, our bin is full, our clothes are out, time to do laundry. Drive to the laundromat, put it in the washer, do an errand or two, go back, put it in the dryer, do an errand or two, come back, grab it, go home, put it away, done. 1 hour. And other things like doing dishes. You can't just let dishes pile up. First of all, you run out of dishes, you run out of counter space, your sink gets full. Nope. Intentionally, I'm doing the dishes now. It's gone. It's good. Especially when you're traveling because you have to stow things. You can't just have things on the counter all over the place. They need to be stowed away where they're supposed to go. Even meal times, because especially if you're boondocking, you need to turn on the generator if you want to use the microwave. So I really miss, I get up in the morning and I turn on the generator, and it recharges the batteries and it turns on the space heaters to warm things up a little bit. And then I heat up my coffee in the microwave and I sit in my corner and have some quiet time. And I just love that experience in the morning. Just very intentional, like, okay, I'm turning on the generator now, and this is what I'm going to do while it's on. And then when this morning time is done, I'll turn it off. We definitely needed a rest. Like the first few days, I was sleeping more. A lot of just regular stress of having to be aware of so many things was relieved. Not having to wash dishes by hand, like so spoiled with dishwashers and lots of counter space and such. You really have to stay on top of things when you live in a camper. But you know what? It really was. It really wasn't. It didn't feel like a relief. Like I wasn't glad to be in a house again. When I went out to our camper to go get something, just this feeling of fondness rushed over me. Like I was home. I'd walk in. I'd be like, "Oh, here's our home," you know. Right now it's in the shop and I miss it so much. I want to be working on it. I want to be working in it and just spending time in there. But we need to get those slides fixed. We're also getting the jacks fixed and the dashboard blower and little thing, getting it resealed, all sorts of different things, which is all going to add up quite a bit. Now, one advantage to being in a house is the space. I started this 30-day yoga challenge, and there's just more room to stretch out, spread out. I can put my hands up all the way without touching the ceiling. Like, that's very nice for something like yoga. And the kids love to run around and do dance time and such. But that's why we wanted a camper in the first place, is so we could be outside more we just wanted to find a warmer place, which didn't really work out because Texas got slammed. I miss it. Let's put it that way. It's at the shop. I want it back. And even if we get a house, our plan is to get a house. I still am looking forward to using it for traveling, using it as like an office space, like working during the day, even a guest house if people like Net's parents want to come visit us or something. It's a very nice guest house. Or even like, I imagine if I just get the kids in the RV and go park at a playground for the afternoon. While I'm working in the RV, they could be playing at the playground all afternoon. They have to go to the bathroom, they just come and go to the bathroom, just fine. Just, I've dreamed about having an RV for so many reasons, and now we have one. We just need to get it back.